This conference will now be recorded.
Hello everyone, I'm Srinivas Gorrepati. As part of this video, we are going to see how to configure a pie chart in a Qlik Sense. So you can use the pie chart from here. You can drag and drop into the sheet, and you can add a dimension, which is nothing but an axis. I taken here as state as my axis as a dimension, and I have a measure called amount paid, which I'm going to consider sum of amount paid. You have an option to add alternative dimensions, which will provide you a functionality to implement a dynamic access. If you have any requirement dynamically representing a dimensions, you can add alternative dimensions here, a book name, city name, you can add it. Similarly, you can add measures also, alternative measures we will see. Then after sorting, how these values or categories need to be sorted, you can select a state or a city. Sorting order you can define, and then after appearance, as part of an appearance, you can specify a title if required. You can mention state wise as sales, and similarly you can specify select a city or a book name, and if you want to provide any footnote you can provide. Then after presentation, you don't have a separate visualization here called a donut. A single visual can be used as a donut or a pie based on your interest. We can select. Then after the dimension label, whatever you're representing here, if you don't want, you can disable it. So whenever you are working with a Qlik Sense, like if you are coming to a newly here, all these radio buttons that you can see, these are not like other tools, required, not required. Here kind of auto customize. By default, you don't like default it is representing it. If you don't want, you can disable it. Some scenarios it is going to be off. Similarly, value label, if you don't want, you can disable it with the help of disabling this one. Then after colors and a legend, here you have an off option is there, but here you have a customize option will be there. So whenever you disable it, you have a custom option. So where you can represent a single color, or you can define based on a dimension. So you can specify what colors that you want, and you can specify dimension based on the value. So color saturation you can specify what is the highest value, what is the lowest value, how many number of buckets you need to have. You can specify that. So that is what by measure based on the expression we are going to see that one. Then after show legend here we are able to represent. If you want to represent in any other position, top or a right or a left, you can specify it. Then after legend title, if you want to display it, otherwise you can disable it. Tooltip also, here also basic customize. If you want to customize it, so basic means like whatever the value that you are representing, it is going to showcase. Custom means you can add the measures, actual cost, some similarly the number of transactions. You can add any number of measures. Then after Click on done. So now you can see, like I think I disabled dimension as part of presentation. Give me a second. Let me enable this one. Click on done. By default, you can see a state-wise sales amount, and if you want to represent by book-wise, you can specify. By city-wise, you can select. So the axis is a dynamic. Based on your need, you can select it. Similarly, tooltip, I customized. I added a count of transactions, sum of amount like actual cost. You are able to see that one also. This is how you can configure a pie chart, a donut chart as part of a ClickSense. Thanks much for watching this video. If you have any questions as part of this implementation or ClickSense related implementation, you can give us a comment as part of a comment section, or you can give us a ping on a WhatsApp also. Thank you so much. Bye now.